Hey, what's up guys? Little man with a big opinion here. Today's video, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite and yet very words are hard today, very controversial stocks that I have in my portfolio. So as you see here, I have 53 shares. Their current value is $270.30, with my average cost being $4.34. When the markets closed on Friday, it stopped at $5.10. So I'm up quite a bit on this stock. I'm up $40 from my initial investment. And so, you know, their Friday day trading was pretty good. They were up 4%. And if you don't know anything about stocks, you know, the 1 day could look good, the 1 week could look good, which for this company it does. They're up 13.64% for the week. For the month, they're also up. They're up 25% for the month. But when you look at the 3-month, almost every single stock that you see will most likely have something like this. So this stock tanked. Before everything with this virus, you know, they were trading in the almost $7 range, and they've been a fairly consistent company at that range. You know, they're not making overly large, you know, gains. They're staying fairly even at $6.50. Had a small dip to, you know, $6.30, $6.40, and peaked up to $6.80. And then let's see, right before the tank, February 19th, February 19th, they were up to like $6.50. And at their bottom lowest, let's see, about $3.80. So they lost close to 50% of the stock. And that's almost where I bought most of my shares. And you can see they're starting to make this upward trend back into, you know, hopefully their pre-coronavirus numbers. But I like this company because it's a monthly dividend stock company. I said it was one of the more controversial because they've got less than 20 years of paying out dividends. And if you look at their dividend investment, you know, their history, not investment. If you look at their dividend history, for a couple of years they were a quarterly paying company, and then they switched to monthly dividend stocks, and they started at like 13.5 cents a month, and they've slowly gone down to where the last 3 or 4 years they've been sitting at their 6-cent mark. And even then, it's a very, very high dividend yield. For me, where I bought it at, this company is sitting at like a 20-something% dividend yield. But the last 3 or 4 years, on top of it being a 6-cent a month dividend, they have also, I've noticed that when they declare a dividend, they'll declare 4 months at a time, sometimes 3 months at a time. Some monthly dividend companies, you know, like O Realty, for instance, they'll declare 6 months at a time and say, look, you're going to get your money on this date as long as you have, you know, your shares on this date. And so Prospect Capital is starting to develop into the company that can be relied upon for a monthly dividend. And it's kind of scary because they started at like a 13.5% or 13.5 cent dividend yield, and as of recently, you know, all the way down to 6 cents. I think that's them finally averaging out their, you know, their financial books. You know, they've got all their ducks in a row, and they finally hit the sweet spot for their company. Most REITs or real estate investments, they get a tax reduction if they pay out 90% of their profits to their shareholders. I don't know if Robinhood will tell you how many people work for this company, but it's not a lot. Yeah, Robinhood, it doesn't show it on here. But it's something like less than 200 people. Because all they're really doing is buying and managing properties. Most of these properties, pay on a monthly basis, and that's why a lot of REITs will pay on a monthly basis as well, because they kind of know how many shares are gonna receive a dividend, and then they kind of know how much they make a month. And so as this company further develops, as long as their dividend doesn't go down for me, I have no issue with this company. If it does go down, I might reevaluate my position. But for now, I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to keep increasing my shares in Prospect Capital, just because, at least up until August, because it was May 8th that they declared their 6-cent a month dividend all the way up through August. And so I expect sometime in August for them to declare it for the rest of the year, or September, October, November, the rest of the year. It's 4 months after August. So I don't have anything else for you. I guess down below, I forget the name of the act or the agreement that was signed in 1940 that allowed real estates to get this tax break. And then other than that, use my Robinhood link if you've never joined Robinhood. I guess I should start saying this stuff at the beginning of the video, but I don't care that much. So, happy investing, guys. See y'all next time.